Hello, it's your boy Father Moo. Sunday morning, time for church. Wake up, we gotta go to church. Church of the Micro Modular. Let's just take a little nostalgic ass moment to listen back to what we made so far. And I say we because I do believe that having people out there following along with this is really helping me to stay motivated and keep clicking it. So here's our first little patch we made, proto drum machine. This one is called Drum and Rand, kind of building on the previous one. Simplistic drum pattern, but this one has a melodic synth with it as well. And here's the Sine Cloud Techno. Using the oscillator sine bank. What I like here is just the variety of sound between these dozen or so patches that we made over the last couple weeks. How different they are from each other. They're similar, but they're also different. Here's Hollow Sunshine. Quite a departure from the last track. Let's tweak those knobs. Generating quiet little weird IDM type patterns with a bit of a low bit rate flavor. And here's a Nintendo Scape. Something weird going on here, that's for sure. I love the freedom that you get with modular. That means you have nothing. You're not indebted to the 4 on the floor loop patterns that so many hardware synths lock you into, from groove boxes to even, keyboard synths. None of that with this. None of these are in time with anything, and I love it. How about this one? Evolve ADSR. Am I supposed to play a keyboard for this one? Looks like I am. Where are you? Keyboard floater. Yep. This weird guy that supposed to have different processing over different phases of his evolution. I think we have his cousin up next, Evolve LFO. Some variations on that concept. Maybe I should do a few more keyboard-based patches. That might be a good idea. I haven't done too many. Here's another automated one. I guess you could call this a build on the Sine Cloud Techno, because it's also techno, but with a different goal in mind. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, still a banger. I mean, I'm happy to have the 4 on the floor if I want it. I just don't want to be told that's where I have to start. Keep going. The 2 unlocked voices. Yep. More bubbly weirdness here, but yeah. And then we got this guy, Headless Robo. Good name. hear more of a generative bass line rather than a repetitive looped one, it plays a few notes when it feels like playing them. And some tuned notes bouncing along with them from the format oscillator. I did this for fun, but I would probably play this at a gig just to be like, yeah, I'm Steve Reich, I play super minimal stuff. Oh yeah, I still like this one too. This is me trying to be Pansonic again. Nice sine bass there. Simple, but it does the job. Ah, yeah, this guy. It's funny how long I was trying to do this in the hardware world, and then I sat down one day at lunch and it came out in the Nord Micro Modular world instead. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another one like this one. So we'll come back to that. And here's clouds. Getting close to the modern day here today. Clouds just shooting off some clouds when he feels like it. Good stuff. And this one, yeah, I still like this one. It's funny how me this is, or at least in my own mind, conforming to my own song style, but also a song I've never made or even tried to make before. I don't remember ever trying to make tempo percussion on the Nord Micro Modular. I mean, I've made it with real percussion instruments. I have little gongs and things, but not here, not like this. It's cool. We must be almost out of... Oh yeah, the last annoyingest song. But we gotta document him for the fact that he exists. He exists, goddammit. Game Boy Pole. I don't know why I like that down bass line, but I like it. Okay, so as I said, I want to go back to this one today. I'm not going to remake this patch, and I'm not going to copy a big chunk of the CV outputs as I did in one of the other patches. I just want to refresh my memory with this one because I want to make something like it. So we got, let me just re-examine what we got here. Here's the melody oscillators, which are both playing 16-step or 32-step sequences. The main one is mostly just octaves. You can see here they're like, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, there it is. Plus 12 or minus 12 or minus 24, meaning it's just playing a root note over its various parts of the octave, whereas the second oscillator is getting a few melody notes. And as I recall, he only gets to play one. He gets to play 2 bars out of 4, and then he's quiet for 2. And then there's to help them out is 3 drum sounds. You've got a kick. We got a cymbal. And we got what's labeled as Tom 1/3. It's a percussion-y sound, sure. And last but not least, the filters are being run clocked to the with random generators that are tied to the clock rate. So we'll probably be seeing that again today. I will give away the game here and just say that one inspiration for this type of patch, you could call this a Berlin School patch, but I've been listening to this group called Carbon-based LifeForms who start with Berlin School and then add a bunch of ambient over it. And if it was Carbon-based LifeForms, instead of these 3 drums, they'd probably have a breakbeat or a sampler playing sample drums, but it's okay. We can't do much like that here, so we do what we can. So yeah, this is me borrowing bits of their influence. And why am I doing this? Because I want to make some ambient songs which use modular stuff like what we're hearing now as the basis for it. So adding like pads and flutter over the top of it. Flutter, if you don't know what flutter is, you gotta look it up. Yeah, so let's make another patch like Unearthed Arcana, because that's what we're gonna do today. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna give myself the 8 output mixer. Probably not going to get to 8 voices, but I probably am going to get more than 3. So, yeah. Another way to do it would be to do 3 voice mixers and then build them up. But it's all kind of obvious. Gonna need some of the usual suspects here. Start with clock generator. Last guy was at 58. That's a pretty slow tempo. It's good. Let's try 66. A little faster. I mean, we haven't even made anything yet. Gonna need some sequencers, obviously. Gonna need some note sequencers as well. I think I've been preferring number 1. I forget what the difference is, but I mean, note sequencer A, they call it. Then I'm also gonna, in the last one we used patterns for the drums, but I picked one pattern and sort of left it on it. So I think I'm gonna sequence the drums with these kind of things. So let's make a third in the assumption that it'll be used for drums at some point. And we're probably going to need a clock divider at some point. Not knowing when yet, but we'll get there. So, yeah, in the Berlin School style, in the Carbon-based LifeForm style, we start with a couple of, since Carbon-based LifeForms will probably use 303s, so these are like emulations of 303s, if you want to call them that. And they're probably going to be, as I said, one of them for sure is going to be running the octave. I do want to be similar to the last track because I have that goal in mind, but I don't want to be boring. So I think I'm going to have this guy be the bass line, so he can start an octave down. You know what? Let's just start him 2 octaves down because he's going to go down low. And I've given him the triangle wave, which is good for bass lines. It's not a 303 type wave, but that won't really matter once we get the filter doing his job. The filter, of course, is going to be clocked by, as I said, the clocked random step generator. Such a small and boring little module, but incredibly useful. And we'll try and give we got Spectralosk here. The last one had Formant, so let's switch them up. And I think they can both have classic LP filter, but I'll put this one on 18 dB. There's some debate about this. I can't remember if they settled on the 303 having an 18 dB filter or 12, but it's not a 24. That much I remember pretty clearly. These guys are going to need envelopes, but they're not going to need particularly complicated ones. So I'm going to be lazy and go with ADs. So let's wire these up. Oscillator to filter. You know what might be interesting? I don't know if I'm going to end up using it, but I'm going to put some distortion on the, not actual distortion, but distortion type audio in the signal chain for the bass line. I chose wave wrapper because with triangles and sines, wave wrapper is what they recommend, I guess you could say. It's the, for example, if you buy one of those Arturia Micro Brutes, I think they have a wave folder, and it's also recommended to use a sine or a triangle. Probably because you can't filter a sine, and a triangle you can only filter a limited amount. But yeah, we got these guys hooked up on their settings here. The filters will need to be tweaked. Let's just open them up a bit so we can make sure we can hear everything. And back over here. I don't know what I'm going to divide the clock with yet, so let's just run everybody off the same thing. And if I have to get divisional later, I will. Even these guys can run off it. It's boring, it's straightforward, but it's what we do sometimes. Okay. Okay, that's too many. Hold on. So I wonder if we can run link out to clock in here. Is it clock in or reset in? I don't remember. Oh yeah, and I still don't know how to do the notes into the... No, this isn't going to work. Sorry, I don't know how to do this, so I'm not going to do this. Let's keep plugging away here. So these are going to be the notes for the first synth. Entering them semi-randomly. Gate there. Getting a little bit of sound. Okay, so let's just turn this off again. I'm hearing a wheel kind of sound at the end of the notes. I don't know if it's this or not, but I'm going to take this out of my signal chain until I decide I need it. No, I'm still hearing it, so... Weird, I wonder what that is. Well, whatever it is, it's part of the sound now. I'll probably have it filtered out by some point. Wonder if it's related to this. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. But, let's try to sync these guys up. This is a quirk of the Nord Micro Modular. Not only do you send your clock, but you send the sync out to reset in, and they will all go back to the first step of step 16 of the 16-step sequence at the same time, which is good. We want that to happen. So let's plug in the second guy again. And give the first guy some octaves to work with. Oh, he's not even plugged in yet. So going down 12 is really low. I can hear it on my fancy new headphones, but I can understand if not everybody can. Okay, interesting. I'm getting that weird artifact, I think, with the triangle wave, but it's probably the kind of thing you can hear when you're producing stuff, but in reality you won't hear much of it. Send him a bit of filter modulation. So just to reiterate this point, it's not an advanced synthesis technique, it's a basic one. It's one I use all the time. So part of the rhythm here we're getting is because the sequences are clocked and the pitches change on the beat. Great, so you get the 16-step feel. But by taking the filter and running these random steps into it, we don't have to do it all the way. The more you do it, the more drastic it'll be. It's just tweaking this knob in time with the same tempo. So if you do it in a large way, it will filter out some of your notes completely. If we do it in a more restrained way, it should give you a kind of bubble or a pseudo-rhythmic pattern that helps establish the beat even if you don't have any drums yet, which we don't have. Let's turn that up a little bit. This guy off. I can hear it, but heck, I can still hear that damn sound. Well, I'm not getting the artifact now. I wonder if I do the same thing to make the effect even more rhythmic, give it some pulse width modulation. And again, because these are both random but tied to the clock, you're going to get different variations every loop, keep it more interesting. I don't know which I like better. Pulse width is only on in square wave format. I think I like it. I'm going to leave it as square wave for now. I had this guy set to odd because that gives him a square wave type sound. So let's switch him back to all to give him, to not have two square waves, just for variation if nothing else. Well, he's going to get some notes too. Let's give him some of the old notaroos. I'm keep it in a minor key, so I wouldn't say this is composing exactly. It's more like picking which generalized notes you're going to offer him. Oh, and I got to actually connect this, make it work. It's not bad. just experimenting with the length of the sequencer. Okay, it's good. I'm liking it. Let's tweak the knobs. We want this one. You know what? Let's try a different filter. Man, I was going to try and rush through and make like 3 patches today, but I'm just having fun here. I'm going to keep going. I don't even care. Now, I know I always do the O sounds. I still think I'm right to keep doing that most of the time. But let's try something different. Just to be different. I know I say that a lot. When you turn up the resonance on the vocal filter, you get these almost like water droppy artifacts. It sounds a little bit like someone's like banging a glass bottle or something. I don't know, I think it sounds cool. And let's do a different filter here. We got a second filter hooked up. I might be overdoing it at this point. Can't tell if it sounds better or worse. That's cool. Here's something I don't usually do, but I should. I'm going to create a mixer after my oscillator. I'm going to send him a bit of white noise in there and see what I get. There he is. I do this all the time on, say, the Mono Tribe. But I don't know why I rarely do it on Micro Modular. Let's try coloring that noise a bit. Yeah. See, it's helping the glassiness or almost like flutiness of the vocal filter sound. I still don't know if I need this guy or not. I have the feeling I don't. Let's just do that, drop him back in there again. Oh, if you don't have a vocal filter, if you're trying to patch along at home, God bless you, and you don't have a vocal filter, a similar thing might be called comb filter. It won't have letters for you to select, but they're both kind of like between phasers and filters, or they allow a lot of the higher frequencies through, whereas a low-pass filter obviously is going to cut many of the higher frequencies. So if you're looking for something to, you're gonna program a higher pitched oscillator like this guy here, or a melody type oscillator. You don't want to cut all the notes out. You don't have vocal filter, comb filter, maybe your friend. I'm getting some distortion in this, which is not necessarily bad, but what if we change some of the vowels? let's leave Y in there. Yeah, there we go. Nice and sparkly. Okay, let's bring back in this guy because we're getting bored to death. Well, I can tell you I'm very close to the sound I was going for here and now, and I'm happy with that. Might be crazy, but what if we phase this mother? Oh shit. You mother phaser. Oh, that might be badass. Hold on. Just throw a little randomness in there. Give me some. Yeah, there we go. Dial these mothers down nice and low. That's a nice one. Drift the LFO a bit. And drift the spread a bit. That's sounding cool, right? Isn't it? Just make sure we're hearing just that. Yeah, it's neat. Let's turn this guy down first. So it's mostly the same. A little more feedback. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So again, phaser is super expensive in processing power, but if it gets us to where we want to be in the sound, it gives us more motion and flavor over time, then I'm all for it. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. The other one was called Unearthed Arcana. So this one, that's a D&D joke, by the way. So this one can be called Monster Manual. It's a bad joke, but at least I'll remember later which to put together. Cool. I wonder if we can handle this much bass. The next step, I don't want to say the final step, but we're getting close to the end here, is to drop the drums in. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and give myself some nice big heavy drums. I think I can get 3 in there. Probably can't get 4. 12%. Damn, it's expensive. Yeah. And I just went over. Okay. So give me some perk oscs instead. Those are cheaper. So I'll probably have these tuned to do something pseudo melodic, but let's just get the regular drums doing their thing first. Trigger in. These guys are doing this. I think I can recycle channel 2 here. Yeah. Kick 3 is clearly played out by me already. So I'm gonna go with 4. 1 in the wrong beat, but that's good. I'm hearing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not where it is, but I don't care. Just means I have to redo the kick drum a bit to put in my own fake. So my 1 is 15. It's actually 16. Wow. Okay, kind of a boring pattern, but it'll remind me later of where the 1 is, so that'll be a huge bonus. So if the 16, that should be on 4 and 12. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so pretty normal sounding breakbeat now. I like snare 1. Let's see what we got though. Also good. Nope. 5 is good too, damn it. They're all good. Something about that really short one is working well for me. Oh, I think I just prophesied what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go back to the 1 just because I can. It's a bit more craft worky, he said, giving himself praise he did not deserve. The insight I had was this third sequencer hasn't been used yet, and although everything else is doing a nice 4 on the floor, if I do a little bit of weirdness with this sequencer and set it to 22 steps, I can get some out of time variation that I think we are badly gonna need. So let's drop this guy an octave. Look at the triggers and the outputs. They're almost like blending in with the melody synths. If I was operating in stereo, I'd spread them out a bit. Maybe a bit of clickiness. Oh, I see. I was like, what's that weird sound? I muted this oscillator, but we're still getting the white noise, so you're getting a bit of the bottle sound. Maybe going up an octave. Is this guy working normally? What's wrong with this boy? Yeah, he's got a channel. Let's mute him. Oh, now I hear him. There. Yeah. Processing power is running low. I still like the idea of these guys. No, that's too much. That phaser really ate my lunch today. But that's okay. What can I do here? I'm going to try killing one of them to give the other guy the processing power he needs. He's just playing that one high ping note. Give him the digitizer. Doesn't need the quantizer on. I'll take a moment just to share this fact too. So, the sample rate, if you reduce it, it goes from being a note you can hear to a piece of digital smush. So if you want to make sure your note is still heard, you can have variation, but you have to make sure that your starting point is high. If you start in the middle, the variation will let you get lower or higher, but a lot of your notes will turn to smush. If you want your notes to stay clear, you start with a higher overall default, give them some variation but not too much, and most of them should still come through. So we should still get some digital high-pitched notes here that they're not really going to ring that much, but just so you can hear what's going on digitally. It's actually pretty cool. I like that. So what I might do is put that in a group. Call him Morph Group 1. Because as interesting as this sound is, I can see how it's going to get annoying. So I have to have the ability to turn it off. There'll be other morph grouping for when I prep this and when I prep Unearthed Arcana to make actual songs out of them, but it's all good. Don't have to do it right now. I think that's probably it for this one. It's sounding great. The weirdness of the vocal filter into the phaser with a bit of noise is just I mean, there'll be some tweaking there as well, but yeah, it really sounds neat to me. So I think we're gonna save it there. Still have time to squeeze in another stream today. Thanks again, everybody who keeps tuning in. I do want to have more variation than just the Nord, but I have clarity of mind during my lunch hour, and I have the gear here, and it's so easy to set up. So I'm just gonna keep working in this mindset. Thank you. Out.